Really. So now we are live.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Ibom Blog Interactive section. I'm Christina John, and with me is
Kim Gold.
okay. So the topic we came with today is domestic staffs, potential dangers and benefits. Today we're going to be discussing extensively on the benefits of domestic staffs, the dangers and the
Effects.
effects. Yes, we're going to know if it's good to have a domestic staff in your household or if it's a bad thing, you understand. So Miss Kim, what is your take on this topic? What is your idea about having domestic staffs in the household?
Okay, first of all, let's go by defining the word domestic staff.
Okay.
Domestic staff means having an assistant that is not a family member to stay in your house, help you clean, cook, wash, say run an errand and all of that. Yeah. So my take on it is most people don't people that are not even married, they subscribe to having a domestic staff just because you are lazy. Now let's go to married couple. You get married today and you're already in need of a domestic staff. Now the advantage is if you're working, maybe you are a banker, and we all know that you're supposed to be at the banking premises before 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes. But if you're not a lazy person, even if you're a banker, do you know you can still meet up
Definitely.
as long as you don't have a child? Now, the reason why domestic staffs came into this world, like it's not looking like something we should do. It's for those women that don't have helping hands, like they have children, maybe 4 children, and they're working class. I will need these people to take care of those children, not her and not her husband. But I see people, they employ staff and they're not making you like, my husband is your responsibility.
Yeah.
Myself, I'm your responsibility.
Yeah.
The house is your responsibility. These children are your responsibilities. Now they now fail to realize that a domestic staff has area of specialization. Do you know there's not everywhere that a domestic staff should enter?
Yes.
It's not every choice you should do. It's okay to make sure your kids are clean. But as a married woman, I think it's totally wrong to make your domestic staff to cook
For your husband.
for the family.
Okay.
For the family. Do you know one thing my mom did? I grew up to see domestic staffs in our house. Yes, but they never cooked our meals.
Oh.
Yes, that's why I have issues eating from outside. Is the truth. If I don't make my meal, I'm extremely selective of where I eat. There was a time I went to somebody's house and I went with my friend Cindy. So we were just there and Cindy said she was thirsty. They brought 2 sachets of pure water. I didn't say I was thirsty, but the owner of the house just felt I would need water.
Yes.
So they now brought 2 sachets of pure water. They gave one to Cindy and they gave one to me. And immediately, Cindy just started drinking it. And immediately I took mine to my nose. I felt this fresh fish, offensive.
Yeah, smell.
The water tire me because first of all, I was, even if I was thirsty, but almost that fresh fish something. And I was seeing Cindy drinking it like there's no problem. So later I was not like, when we now left, I was like, Cindy, you not perceive. He said, you understand?
Yeah.
For me, I can't. You understand? I'm not saying she wasn't brought up well. No. I'm just saying that we are different people. You understand? We are
Yeah.
different people. And I don't think it's normal for you to bring somebody's child to your house and call her a domestic staff and you allow her cook for your family. Your children should always know that this is my mother's meal. Do you know that there are kids that will go and tell domestic staff, won't you cook today? I'm hungry.
Yes, yes,
Auntie
yes.
Flora, what are you
Trust me.
cooking today? Up to now,
Yes.
you have not finished cooking. If it
Yes.
was my mommy now, we would have eaten. Or some people don't even know how their mother's meals taste. Do you understand?
Yeah.
They'll go to school and be like, it's our house where that used to cook for us. My mommy does not cook for us. And domestic staff also aid as a disadvantage in marriages. It breaks marriages. Because your husband wants to have a feel of you. Your husband wants to have your strength, not on bed. Your husband wants to feel your aura, how you keep his house. See, in marital setting, That's how your house should be. Your house girl or your house boy can never meet that standard. No be she they marry. You understand?
Yeah.
She can never meet that standard. You're the only one that knows that, oh, if this flower vase is here, my husband will like it. If you now tell your house girl to come and arrange the house or your husband to arrange, she will want to keep this flower vase the way she likes it.
Yes.
And your husband will come back, honey, where is this flower vase here? Oh, sorry. Esther, you're the one that kept this flower vase here.
Move it.
Come and keep it. It's unnecessary. There's some things you just do because it's your home. But women especially, they leave it for domestic staff. Okay, your husband's favorite meal is fisherman soup. Before your husband would always come home to expect favorite meals, you have your recipe. You know you have your recipe of cooking.
Yeah.
I have my recipe of cooking. We are not cooking the same. I might choose to put my afang before my water leaf. You choose to put your water leaf before your afang. So we don't cook the same way. Now there's how you make your husband's favorite meal. Your husband knows that this is my wife. And is that your house girl will now cook it? Your husband will now call your house girl. See the beginning of problem. Oh. Your husband will now call your house girl. Esther, yes, Oga, who prepared this meal? What's the first question he's going to ask? Who made this meal? And like, Oga na me oh. Where is your madam? Waiting, madam. Be doing. Madam don't come back from work. Oh, she called me for phone. Say, ma, cook and say they come. Automatically, if that man won't chop that food, you go chop am because you no get choice. You understand?
Yeah.
You go chop am before you no get choice.
But what's about in a setting where, let's say, maybe the woman comes back late from work? Is it not right for her to like call her domestic staff to make a meal for the family?
Okay, like what time?
Say maybe she comes back late, like say 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Now that is why marriage should not be a battlefield. You understand?
Yeah.
That is why marriage shouldn't be a battlefield. If you have a child, let's say he or she is 3 years old, and you have a husband that comes home before you. Now, you don't have anybody in the house like domestic staff. You only know that your husband closes from work by 2 and your child's school closes 2:30. So as school bus is dropping that child is meeting the father at home.
Yeah.
Now, because your husband loves you and because there's unity and because there's love in that home, your husband will now prepare something for that child to eat.
But what if your husband does not know how to cook?
Then you should cook and keep in the freezer for him to microwave. That's why I said marriage shouldn't be a battlefield.
Yeah.
It should be a friend zone. Like you should friend zone your marriage. Your husband can pick up a phone. Sweetheart, Junior is back from school. I don't know what I should microwave for him. Your wife can just say, babe, just check the freezer. You see this, take it off and do this for him. Or prepare this one for him. Or, honey, don't stress yourself. Just give me cornflakes. I'll be back soon. But if your marriage is a battlefield, if your marriage is like Nigeria, you are at work, your husband is back. They listen like cornflakes. You cannot make for the child. And the child is saying he is hungry. Do that the pressure the man is going to mount on you that is at work will make you come home before 8.
Yes.
You have to look for what to say. Because you have an hungry
child at home.
No, you have 2 hungry kids because your husband automatically that is of no use to you. But even if there was no food, I thought you were going to ask me what if there's no food in the freezer. Even if there's no food in the freezer, your husband has the liberty to drive that kid to any restaurant. And just wait for your mother to come back. That's why I said your husband has to feel your presence. He has to feel your aura. He has to feel you like he has to feel you. Even when you're not around. He just can't wait to have you home and make you prepared. See, if I have my way, there shouldn't be domestic staff.
Oh wow.
It should be only for elderly people. Caregivers. That's how Americans they call it, caregivers. And caregiver is only available for people that are sick, people that are old, people that need help. You cannot be a very young, vibrant woman. You go to work by 7 o'clock. By 5:30, you should be up. Why are you sleeping? What do they sleep do? Ado dear, are you pregnant? If you're pregnant and you're overly heavy and almost due, there should be a family member.
What if you don't have?
It's not possible.
like you might have, but maybe you don't have a single person that will be willing to come and, stay with you and assist you during that period.
in your whole life. It's not possible now. What are we talking about? If you don't have from your family, others should have from his family.
That's true, Sha.
No,
That's true.
we understand now that okay, she's okay. If she's actually heavy and she wants to give birth, the work of domestic staff is of no use because normally now family members they come from Mugo, no be domestic staff.
Not true, not true.
Which time they won't even see the domestic staff same message because everything now your sister go want do am or your husband sister or your mom or your mother-in-law. No domestic staff and that woman self no even get use. It's only lazy people because they feel because I have you should cook. If you're married, I don't see why your domestic staff should cook a meal that you'll be eaten by your husband. Your husband go chop domestic staff, still chop domestic staff. Yes, now, because when he keeps eating and he's getting used to her recipe, he's getting used to her aroma, her meal aroma. He's getting used to how she makes the food. He get as that wife prepare husband no one chop her.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm not joking.
It is different.
And then he will start nursing things in his mind. Wow, if this girl food sweet like this, come on, for like try you.
What can be this sweet?
Yeah. Now, if it was your wife, you can just jokingly tell her, this one where your food sweet like this. I know she's sweet like I go find out this night. You will just laugh over it. But if it is your house girl to take your husband, you will start nursing. And in period of him nursing these dirty things in his mind, he'll start giving you the wife attitude. And you not be asking yourself, what's going on? Sometimes everyone don't want to go to work. You'll be asking, why is it not going? At that moment, you will never think that there's something going. The innocent house girl may not know. Most of these marriages that are break, not because the house girl intentionally wanted to break the home. The wife may not know how many times she has turned down the organ and all the promises that the organ have made to the house girl. So me, I don't subscribe to that domestic stuff. I don't.
Okay, guys, we're still here on a live interactive session. It's Christina John and King Gold, and our topic today is domestic staffs, potential dangers and benefits. So, Kim, what do you think about the idea of letting a domestic staff to your matrimonial room, like that room where you and your husband are supposed to, make your
It's 0/100.
wine
Don't stress yourself. It's 0/100.
you
It's
know,
a sacred place.
I find it very funny that a woman will wake up in the morning and just, walk out and go, Esther, like you said, Esther, go and clean the room and arrange the bed. Like, how?
It's a
How?
sacred place.
Okay. Like our topic says the dangers and the benefits. You've clearly cited that you don't
I've stated the
encourage
dangers.
domestic staffs. In the case of helping with kids, do you think there are dangers of having domestic staffs around kids?
Yes.
Do you mind enlightening
Okay.
us?
The dangers we have in having domestic staffs around kids are one, if the domestic staff is a woman or it's a girl, there is 99.9% that she's going to introduce those children to lesbianism, gay.
Wow.
Yes. You're going to teach those children how to have carnal knowledge of someone in an early stage. Most times you hear men say, our house girl disvirgined me.
Yeah, that's true.
Our house girl was the first person I slept with. Whatever thing the house girl is installing into their brain stays for the rest of their life. Most times, what you're not coming to write, you're writing on already written page. Just like a boy of 3 years old staying with a domestic staff that is dubious at heart. No matter how you're going to come and preach peace, no matter how you're going to place that child on a peace lane, you are writing peace on top of violence and dubiousness because whatever you write on the heart of a child is like writing something on a plain sheet. Now, if you bring a white paper and you write, my name is Wizard, and you now come back to tell your child, your name is Holy Ghost. You're writing that Holy Ghost on top of my name is Wizard. Now you be asking yourself questions like, I have tried. I've been talking to this boy. I've been trying to. He's not just taking it because you were not the first to write something in his mind. Whoever is the first person to write something in the mind of a child, that write up, that fingerprint, that mark stays on the brain of that child for the rest of his life.
Wow.
So when you bring a domestic staff that abuse your child sexually, that child, no matter how old he is, he will always tell people when he's grown, I had this first with our house girl.
Yeah,
Omo,
that's
if I tell waiting our house girl in the room, I'ma come out. But it's been years.
yeah.
And this child has grown to know that it was bad. But unfortunately, he cannot stop it. It has now become a joke. One day he will jokingly tell the mother, do you know that our house used to bring that time? If I tell what we used to do, the mother will be like, Jesus. You understand?
Yeah.
So another thing is, if the domestic staff is an angered person, abusive person by speech, you say something, you abuse, or maybe your madam is talking to you, you now turn to the back and grumble in front of the child. If you did not write something first, if you did not write respect in the mind of that child will learn from the domestic staff. Abisido, when the mother is talking to the child, she'll also go to the
Yeah,
back and grumble.
definitely.
And the mother will be like, where did you get that from? He or she will not be able to say it was what the house girl used to do. So the mother will now be thinking it's her personal attitude that needs to change. You cannot change it because someone that was supposed to be showing you respect, teaching that child respect, you brought a third person, you brought a teacher, another extra teacher. You're teaching left, she's teaching, you're teaching right, she's teaching left.
Teaching left.
So now, bad things are easily emulated.
Yeah, very true.
So it will take time. Now, your house girl can sneak out and tell your child, when mommy come back, don't tell mommy anything. No, I'll buy you sweet. Don't tell her I went out. To. You want to eat meat. That child is also learning the process. When she gets to a certain age, she'll tell the younger one, don't tell mommy anything.
Yeah.
I'll give
I'll
you
buy you
meat.
sweet.
I'll buy you sweet. Don't tell mommy I went out. To. Those are the effects. Those are the negative effect this thing has around kids.
So let's say you are in let's say for instance now that you're in support of domestic staffs. At what age do you think someone should be employed as a domestic staff? Do you think it's right to be employing, most times I see people employing, they will go to the village and bring one small girl like that and they're like, yeah, men can they help me, they run stuff for house, you understand? Do you think it's right to be bringing little children to take care of other little children like in the name of domestic staff stuff?
I think the right age is 18.
Okay.
18 in the sense that she's done with secondary school. She is pre-exposed. You understand?
Yeah.
She's an adult. She's no longer a teenager. She's an adult. So, and the rest of our adulthood now lies in your hand. Also, of course, the domestic staff will learn from their madam
Yeah.
how they are with their family and how they take care
Yeah.
of their husband. They also learn. So most times, if you get as a madam, they behave with Oga with domestic staff. No, like if Oga now get chance, he will use that as an emotional blackmail. You see how my wife treats me, and because
Yes.
she don't really feel pity for the Oga, she will give
She
in.
succumb. Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So age 18 is fine, but I don't support
Domestic. Yeah.
female
Yeah.
domestic
Yeah.
staffs.
Yeah. You said that. It doesn't mean that it's only the female domestic staffs that are bad. Like the male ones.
Before you see a male domestic staff that goes out of his way to do something, it was the madam that instigated him. What's the least he can do? Carry money and run.
Oh, he can actually spoil the female children as well.
No. Before a male child want to abuse a female child, you brought an already loose person. You know go spoil for your house. Women they spoil for mind. Man don't already spoil. You know that you can bring a little child to your house, she grow in your house and she becomes something else.
Yeah.
Especially those ones that don't have respect. There are two in the world now. There's one that have respect and those one that don't have respect. Yes. You can also bring a male staff into your house and he's abusing your daughter. He was already like that before you brought him into your house.
But
he cannot grow up with your daughter and treat your daughter like that. But your female staff can grow up with your daughter, with your son, and treat your son like that.
Oh, wow. Guys, we're still here with you on our live interactive session. I'm Christina John, and this is Kim Gold. Our topic for today is domestic staffs, potential dangers and benefits. So, Miss Kim has just finished enlightening us about the dangers of having a domestic staff in the household. Kim, would you still mind telling us the benefits? With this much danger, some of me, I'm starting to think that there's no benefit at all. So do you think there's still benefit in having a domestic staff minus the caregiving aspect though?
Yeah, there are benefits. The
Okay.
benefit of having a domestic staff is sometimes when you are at work,
Mm,
if your domestic staff is intelligent, she can take your children on extramural classes.
which is very rare.
No, it depends on your instruction. Esther, when Junior is back from school, make sure he is doing his assignments, because now domestic staff do more of the assignment than mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the process of doing the assignment, please teach him how to count 1 to 10. Teach him how to say A to Z. When the mother comes back and like, Junior, come and say A to Z, and the boy is fumbling, you ask, Esther, didn't you? Said, Madam, I did though. Say, you did not listen to Esther. Sit down. You understand? Secondly, maybe something goes wrong at home and she can easily carry the phone and call the boss. Ma, something is happening. No, Junior is not feeling fine. He's having fever. What should I do? The mother will say, okay, hold on, I'm coming. Or go to this place, bring out this, give him like this, give him like this. It's always like that. You understand?
Yeah.
Or the mother is out to work and there's holiday and she doesn't want the children to spend it somewhere else except in the house. Now, dad is not always home, mom is not always home. The children will be home with the domestic staff. You understand? So they always have this company if it's a good person.
Yeah.
The most important thing is let the domestic staff see these children as family. You get?
Very, very
Yes.
necessary.
If she doesn't see them as family, she will maltreat them. But if she sees them like family, the children will always get used to the domestic staff, even over the mother. Sometimes the mother will come back and want to help out. They'll say, no, Auntie Esther will do it for me. Auntie Esther will do my assignments. Based on how the domestic staff has accepted that this is my family, this woman is my sister, this is my sister's husband. That's if the person is a good person. So yeah, there are still benefits of domestic staff, but that is if you pick a good person.
You know, initially, the game I've been here where you talk say the only time you might need a domestic staff is maybe when you have like 4 children and all those stuff. So what if in a situation whereby I get business, I'm not working for anybody you get, then I have like let's say 5 children, do I still need a domestic staff?
With your business,
Yes, like
I don't
I
think.
mean, my business, yeah. I probably have a sales girl, or maybe now only me did, but I choose when I want to go to open up my business place, Abi. So do I still need a domestic staff?
No, you don't.
uh So I don't think the number of kids actually matter, yeah.
I was saying that in the case of you're working in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, we're still here. Keep your comments coming. Join us. Bring your questions. What do you think? Is it good to have a domestic staff? Kim said she does not support domestic
I
staffs.
don't. So if I have my way, I will
Is
eradicate it from the
is it
system.
good to have domestic staffs in your household? Kim, as at yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I was surfing through the internet and I came to a place where, Laugh Nation now and Rosemary, they've been putting up one ugly fight like that on the internet. I can't dey wonder whether the thing are content or being a real life something.
Now content, Jare.
Those guys with that kind of thing do content.
Now content.
I was feeling bad. I was like, wow, how can this guy do this kind of thing?
Nigeria is eligible to monetization now, so anything goes
Ah,
for content.
so that means there's a possibility that this untouchable and Simbakara stuff is still be content.
Now content.
Good.
When Simaka wife born picking, where untouchable buy things go give. See, let me tell you something. Most content creators, it's not even most. Send content creators don't bring their life on social media. If Simaka is having issues with untouchable, you will never know.
That's true.
You will not bring it on social media. What for? You will not know. If Rosemary is having issues with Love Nation, she will be ashamed to bring it to social media because of what people say. But because it's content, she knows there's nothing people will say that will get to her because she knows it's not real. When that thing happened to her, did she bring it on social media? It was when she healed that she brought it up. So why was she hiding during the period she was having that attack? She did not bring it on social media now. That's how life is. If it as at that time she had that injury, she brought it and cried out, you will know something serious has happened. But no, she hid behind the camera and treated herself and got well. Then she now decided to use those videos and all those things are content.
Me, I was actually thinking it's real.
No. Okay, like Iji Omori right now. Before we all got to know what's wrong with him, it was when he was already in the hospital that if the transplant didn't fail, a lot of us will not know that he's there.
Not true. Not true.
So it's because the transplant failed, and I'm still asking why a man like TJ would want to stay in Nigeria for a kidney transplant. Like, even if it is done, even if they do one for Nigeria, you need for doing. I'm so shocked that kidney transplant fails. Was there no test? They should have. I think they cannot just take somebody to the theater, open the person and bring out kidney and want to go and put in another person without proper test and analysis. I'm shocked. But he's in God's hand and our prayer goes with him.
Our prayer goes with him. When I saw this stuff yesterday, gosh.
I just pray and believe that God should give Thank God Omori a second chance for him to come back and
continue his
continue his
production.
because he's a mentor to a lot of
Yes.
videographers and
I
photographers.
like him very, very well.
As an artist, I want him to shoot my video, so I wish him speedy recovery.
Okay, guys. It's still Christina John and Kim Gold here. The topic we came with today was the domestic staffs, the dangers and benefits of having a domestic staff. And Kim Gold has enlightened us today about the dangers and the benefits. She don't tell us say sometimes it's good and sometimes it's no good. Yeah, especially
and that
when
no good big pass.
and that the no good name big but and she gone she no even support the thing at all. When it comes to the area of children, the way they take the dismantle children mentality, but still on still we still believe there's a little bit good in having a domestic staff.
Yes, small.
With that being said, we have come to the end of today's live session. We appreciate you for joining us. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate your views, your likes, and everything. We are expecting to see you on tomorrow's live session. Thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Same time. Bye.
Bye.